you ever felt like God has put something in your heart, like you feel it strongly, like you want to do this thing, but you don't know how to go about it? You know that God is telling you to do this thing. You have this strong push to do it, but you really don't know if you can do it. You don't know how to go about it. Now, there's a story that I want to tell you guys, right? Hopefully, it helps someone. In the Bible, the story of Gideon. Now, if we know Gideon, we know that Gideon was someone um, that became a judge in Israel, even though he didn't think much of himself. So the angel had come to him under the tree and said, "Oh, you're going to do this." And he had questioned his ability to do this. He said, "No, I'm from the weakest in my clan. I'm from the weakest clan in Israel, and all that. This cannot be real. This cannot be me. I can't do this." And after all that, of course, the angel assured him that he'll be able to do this, right? Now, the point that I want to make in this story is the part where Gideon led the Israelites to war against the Midianites. So what had happened is, after God had used the drinking episode for selection, where he said, "Oh, some people should drink, watch how the people drink, and then select the ones who drink with their hands and all that." And he chose just 300 people to go to war with him against the Midianites. Now, the Midianites had a number of people. Like the Bible describes that there were so many, even their animals were like sand. Okay, that's how many they were. And Gideon had just 300 people. Of course, he was scared. But one night, while they were in the camp, um, God woke him up and said, "Go down to go down to the camp of your opponents, and I will deliver these people to you." But he further said that if you are scared, go with your servants to their camp and hear what they're saying. After you have heard what they're saying, you will be encouraged. So Gideon went to the camp with his servant Purah, and as he was getting to their camp, that's the camp of the Midianites, he heard someone talking about a dream. Now, in that dream, the person had said, "Oh, that they saw a big bird come down and destroy the tents of the Midianites." And the explanation or the interpretation that someone else there gave about this dream was that, "Oh, this could only mean one thing, that God is delivering the Midianites into the hands of Gideon." Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but that's like the gist of the story. Now, Gideon heard this and then became encouraged. He went back to his camp, called on his soldiers, his 300 soldiers, and of course, they went to war and they won the battle, right? Or they went to war and they won that war. Okay, but what I'm trying to say to you is that, is there something that God has said to you to do and you're scared? Perhaps you want to, relate this to your situation. It could be a number of things, but how about hearing about what people are saying about what you're supposed to do? Now you have to do some research. You have to read about what is that thing that God is putting in your heart. You have to read about it and hear what people are saying, and hear what is being said, and hear how you can help, right? You can't just not have the information. Perhaps when you do this research, you'll be encouraged to see how God is going to use you, how God wants to use you, where you can be of help, how you're going to go about it, right? So I just wanted to mention this because I feel like it might be helpful to someone, right? This story just dropped in my heart. So if you have that thing in your mind that you feel strongly God wants you to do, but you don't know how to go about it, perhaps you should find out what the other projects that are similar to it, how they were done, what people say about it. Now you need to be careful. You're not going to listen to everything, because of course the enemy is going to use that, or could use that as an avenue to discourage you as well. But when you're working with God, you know to know how he works, how he's speaking to you. Now, if this is unclear, then you still need to pray. But I know that this message is for someone, and it's just to encourage you that if that thing is pressed in your heart to do and you feel strongly about it, just do some research about it, and perhaps you'll be encouraged to proceed with it. I hope that this helps.